This slide of the ileum, we can see two examples of two things I talk about in the lecture. We talk about the diffuse unencapsulated lymphatic tissue, and I talk about the dense and unencapsulated lymphatic tissue. In this slide we have an example of these two things. We have the dense and unencapsulated lymphatic tissue, and you can see here this lymphocyte that spreaded and disseminated in this area just below the epithelium, the subepithelial region. We call it the diffuse lymphatic tissue and unencapsulated. Okay, this slide here, or this area here, we call it the nodular lymphatic tissue, whereas the one that spreaded, we call it the diffuse lymphatic tissue. If we increase the magnification, you can see this structure, the compact structure, the spherical in shape. These are the lymphatic nodules, where the other lymphocytes that are spreaded, we call it the diffuse lymphatic tissue. I want to increase the magnification again. See, these are the nodules, and the other lymphocyte that not organized in the compact structure, we call it the diffuse lymphatic tissue. And both of these two structures are not supported by a capsule, so that's why we call it diffuse and unencapsulated, or the dense and unencapsulated. If we go to this area here, again we have the diffuse structure, and this compact structure we call it the lymph nodules. The slide of the ileum, and the presence of this nodule is a diagnostic feature for the ileum, because this structure only found in the area of the ileum, and they play a role in the immune response in the small intestine. All these compact structure, the nodules, whereas the lymphocytes that are spreaded just below the epithelium, we call them the diffuse lymphatic tissue.